Hey guys, it's Danae. I'm here with a video that I'm going to call Series I Will Finish in 2016. So I've been making it my goal this year with my reading to try to finish a bunch of series that I had started and was just in the middle of and not quite like getting through them or putting them high enough on my TBR in order to get through them, and they were just dragging on, and some of them either some of them either the books, like the last book was coming out this year, or they've been finished for a while, and like other like spin-off series have come out and that I can't read, and even though I want to because I'm so far behind. So I've been trying to catch myself up. So I have quite a lot, I think, but the books I have left of all these series, I think it's like 20 something books, which is like half of what I wanted to read in the whole year. So that's kind of a lot, but I think I could do it. So I have, I have 8 series that have been completed already that I want to finish, and then there's 2 that there's more books coming out that I want to get myself caught up, because either the next book has just come out or will come out this year, so I want to be able to read those. And then this is not including series that I have not even started yet. Like there's a couple of those, but I didn't put those in this list. These are just series that I've started that I want to either finish or completely catch up on. Okay, so these aren't really in any particular order. The first is The Lunar Chronicles. I've read Cinder and Scarlet. So I have Cress and Winter left, which I know is like pretty hefty. Those are both long books, but I think Cress is going to be the next book that I read in a physical copy. I have a different TBR for my audiobooks that I listen to while I'm working, but that's going to be the next one I read, I think. I don't own Winter yet, but I'll have to get that. I have a hard time like marathoning through series, so I'm going to try to like alternate through all of these. So I'll read Cress next. I'll get to Winter later on. Next one is the Mara Dyer trilogy. I've read the first 2, the Unbecoming and what's the second one? The Evolution. I think the third one is the Retribution of Mara Dyer. So that is on my list as well. I just kind of can't wait to see how that series finishes up. I've heard kind of mixed reviews on it, so a little nervous, but I want to plow through and finish it because I did enjoy the first 2 books. Alright, the next 2, it's like shame face. Okay, The Mortal Instruments and The Infernal Devices. I have 2 books left in each of those series, and I want to finish those. This is one of those because I want to read Lady Midnight. I want to read some of the other Shadowhunter books. I think Shadowhunter Academy, but I want to finish those first. So yeah, I've read through City of Fallen Angels for The Mortal Instruments, so I have City of Lost Souls and City of Heaven and Fire, and then I read the first book in the Infernal Devices, so I have Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess left. So those are on my next, I think maybe after Cress, I'll read Clockwork Prince and then City of Lost Souls. Okay, Miss Peregrine's. I read the first one, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I want to read Hollow City, and then, what's the last one? I don't even know what the last one is called. I forgot. I don't remember. I don't even know, but I want to finish that series before the movie comes out, which I'm super excited about. I think it looks really good. So I loved that first book. I read it in October of 2014. Like, it has been a while. But I've owned the second book since then and wanted to read it. I actually wanted to read it this past October and just never got around to it. So that is up on my list. Those 2 books are up on my list as well. I don't know how I'm going to get through all these books. It's just crazy because those you have to read, and you can't listen to those on audiobook. Not with all those creepy pictures. Like, those just make the book. So yeah, gotta get those. Okay, moving on. The Legend trilogy, Legend, Prodigy, Champion. I read Legend, or I listened to it on audiobook. I loved it. I loved it so much. I own the other 2 on Kindle, but not physical copy and not audiobook, but I and they just haven't. I got the audiobook for the first one really cheap for like $3 since I owned it on Kindle already. And the other two, like, they just haven't reduced the price of the audiobook if you own it on Kindle, and so I haven't listened to them because I haven't wanted to pay $12 to listen to each of them. Which is stupid because I think I got the Kindle books for like $2 each, so it's still pretty cheap. So I might have to bite the bullet and get those, because I just really want to finish that trilogy because I really liked Legend a lot. Alright, the next one is the Hero of Olympus series. I read Percy Jackson, and I loved those. I read the first book of the Hero of Olympus, and so I need to read the last 4, which is a lot. That's crazy. That's 4 books in that series. So I need to finish those because I do want to start. I think Rick Riordan has another series with the Nordic-Oz. Is it Magnus Chase? Is that right? I say Magnus and I want to say Magnus Bane, but I don't think that's right. Well, I know that's not right, but I feel like Magnus isn't right, but maybe it is. Maybe it's something Chase. I think it's Magnus. I don't know. I haven't let myself look too much into that because I'm so far behind. So yeah, my goal is to get the last 4 of the Heroes of Olympus series in. And then the last series that I've started and haven't finished, that's already completed, is the Winter's Trilogy. I read the Winter's Curse, and then there's the Winter's Kiss and the Winter's something else. I don't know what order they go in. But that one I listened to an audiobook as well, and I really, really enjoyed it. More than I thought I would. I just was kind of like, yeah, I just needed something to listen to, but I really liked it. So I want to finish that as well. So those are ones that I've already completed. So once I read those books, like those series will be done, and I can be like, whew, I'm finished. Alright, and then these last 2, they're not completed yet. They're both the 2 series by Sarah J. Maas. So the Throne of Glass series, I've read the first 3. So I read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire. I have to read Queen of Shadows, which is my next listen on audiobook. And so then I will be caught up on that in plenty of time for the one that's coming out later this year. So technically, I only have 1 book left in that series to get caught up, but there is the 5th book is coming out later this year, so I will have 2 of those books to read this year. And then the A Court of Thorns and Roses, I'm halfway through it. So I've started it. I'm halfway through it, and then the second book I think just came out, A Court of Mist and Fury. So I am going to read that one. That probably will be a little while down the road before I get to that one. So I have a book and a half of that series in order to finish. So all together, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and a half if you count the second half of A Court of Thorns and Roses. So almost 21 books that I have to read by the end of the year in order to finish all these series. I think I can do it. It's only the end of April. I still have, what, like 8 months? 8 months left? Yeah, I can totally do that in 8 months, right? Yeah. That's my goal, especially since I've been trying to read a physical book and I listen to a book while I'm driving. I can usually get audiobooks done in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, depending on how long they are. Like the Throne of Glass books take me a little over 2 weeks just because they're just so long. But yeah, so that's my plan. Let me know what series you want to finish this year so you can be all caught up. There's so many others that I want to start, but I need to get through some of these books before I can reasonably start another series, because then I get so caught up in that one, and there's all these other books I want to read. And you kind of, when you have too many going, it's hard to keep all the characters straight in my head. So I'm trying to plow through and knock all these off my TBR. So yeah, let me know which series you're trying to finish, or if you have any good recommendations. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you enjoy bookish videos, and click subscribe to be notified when I put out a new video. And I will see you all soon. Bye!